Hey, well, thanks for watching today. In first suit we have John. He's on Inalla. He keeps an opening hand with 2 lands, an Entomb, an Animate Dead, a Lotus Petal, and a Necropotence. This deck aims to win with Spellseeker loops. It also, of course, has Breach backups. In second suit we have Jarek on Aang at the Crossroads. He keeps an opening hand with Mental Misstep, Wild Growth, Force of Will, Mystic Remora, a Clone, a Land, and Roaming Throne. This deck aims to win by having a ETB doubler like Roaming Throne, then casting Aang. When Aang enters the battlefield, he'll get a clone, which will get another clone, which will get another clone, until he's able to get infinite ETBs, and then he'll venture through the dungeon and kill us all 5 life at a time. In third suit we have Max on Etali Primal Conqueror. He keeps an opening hand with Eldrazi Confluence, Grim Monolith, Starting Town, Rite of Flame, Mox Opal, City of Traders, and Electro Duplicate. He hopes to win the game by just casting his commander, and that's it. In fourth seat we have Dylan on Tymna the Weaver and Dargo the Shipwrecker. He has an opening hand with Pyre of Heroes, 3 lands, Mana Vault, Lion's Eye Diamond, and Lively Dirge. This deck just aims to combo super fast. Anyway, let's get into the games. John starts the game off with a land. He then casts Lotus Petal and ships it to Jarek. Jarek plays a Mana Confluence's land for turn and loses a life to cast Mystic Remora. He then passes the turn. Max plays the City of Traders as land for turn and uses it to cast Grim Monolith. Max then passes the turn without paying for Jarek's fish. Dallin plays a fetch land and he gets the Badlands. He uses the Badlands to cast Greedy Freebooter. John in Dylan's end step casts Entomb. He goes and gets a Spellseeker in his graveyard. He does not pay for Jarek's Mystic Remora. John goes to his turn. He plays a land and he casts Animate Dead, targeting his Spellseeker. Jarek has a Mystic Remora trigger and he takes the draw. He then casts Force of Will, countering the Animate Dead. John, with his win attempt countered, passes the turn. Jarek pays for his Mystic Remora, plays a Tropical Island as land for turn, casts Mox Diamond, pitching a land, uses the Mox Diamond to cast Utopia Sprawl, targeting the Tropical Island, and then Jarek passes the turn. Max untaps and draws. He taps his City of Trader and floats 2 colorless. He plays a fetch land and cracks it to go get his Taiga, and he uses the Taiga to cast a ritual. Max does not pay for the fish trigger. Jarek, however, counters Max's ritual and sends him back to the Stone Age. Max then passes the turn. Dylan plays a land for turn. He taps that land and casts Mana Vault. He does not pay for the fish trigger. Dylan then casts Lion's Eye Diamond and again does not pay for the fish trigger. Dylan then ships the turn to John. John untaps and plays a land. He then slams down a Necropotence. He does not pay for Jarek's fish trigger. Nobody has any response, so he pays 25 life and moves to his end step. When John moves to discard, Jarek casts Noxious Revival and puts something back on top of his library. Jarek untaps and pays for fish. He plays a land for turn and casts Food Chain. Jarek then passes the turn. Max untaps, draws, plays a land for turn, casts Mox Opal, and ships it to Dylan. Max does not pay for Jarek's fish trigger. Dylan plays a land for turn. He uses his Mana Vault to cast Pyre of Heroes. He does not pay for the fish trigger. Dylan uses his Pyre of Heroes to sacrifice his Greedy Freebooter. This makes him a treasure token, and he gets a Stitcher Supplier. He mills 3 cards. Dylan then sacrifices a whole bunch of permanents, including the Stitcher Supplier, to cast Dargo. The Stitcher Supplier lets him mill 3 cards. Dargo enters the battlefield, and Dylan, not having accomplished as much as he was hoping, ends up passing the turn to John. John untaps, plays a land, and casts Intuition. He does not pay for Jarek's fish trigger. The Intuition resolves, and John grabs Tidal Barracuda, Brain Freeze, and Lion's Eye Diamond. We let him keep the Barracuda. John then casts Underworld Breach. He does not pay for the fish trigger. Jarek doesn't have anything. Max doesn't have anything. Dylan, however, comes in clutch and casts Orm's Chant, targeting John, so that John can't play spells this turn. John, however, casts Misdirection and makes the Orm's Chant target Jarek instead. Both resolve, John then uses Underworld Breach to cast Brain Freeze, Lionside Diamond, Brain Freeze, Lionside Diamond, Brain Freeze, Lionside Diamond, until everybody's libraries are milled. John then passes the turn, and all his opponents draw themselves to death. Congratulations, John, on the win, and I hope you all enjoyed watching the game. If you guys didn't like the video, leave it a thumbs down. If you did, leave it a thumbs up, and make sure to subscribe, as we just broke 200 subscribers. Thank you for that, by the way. Anyway, check out more content here, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!